Hello, my name is Alex Robinson and I'm the Communications Coordinator for Green Goderich. Green Goderich is a grassroots environmental group that supports local action on sustainable environmental practices. Today, I'm going to teach you about how to eat more plants. Reducing your animal product consumption is one of the best ways you can personally combat the climate crisis. Obviously, doing things like driving less and investing in green energy are also great ways to do that as well, but they're not accessible to everyone. Luckily, your personal food choices are accessible to us all, and we as consumers can really dictate the market if we are very conscious in our shopping. Here are some hard and fast facts about animal production. It would take 11 years of living a plastic-free life to equate to 1 year of being a vegetarian in terms of carbon footprint. 14.5% of greenhouse gas emissions are from animal agriculture. On average, it takes 100 times the amount of water to produce 1 pound of animal protein in comparison to 1 pound of plant protein. 1/3 of all arable land, so that's land that's suitable for growing crops, is used for animal-specific agriculture. And we're losing biodiversity in our wild species because of that, and entire ecosystems are collapsing. Air and water pollution from animal manure is causing dead zones in both our oceans and in our Great Lakes. It's also causing poor air and water conditions in those local communities as well. So, do those facts scare you? Good. They should. So let's talk about what we can do to reduce our animal product consumption. Let's get the stigmas out of the way first. A lot of people think eating a more plant-based diet means that it's harder to cook, you're not going to have as much protein, it doesn't let you eat out at restaurants, our digestive systems are meant to have meat. Or it turns you into a flower child, non-showering, non-shaving hippie. All of those are absolutely not true. Although, if you're a hairy hippie who doesn't like to shower, that's fine with us. Alright, now that those are out of the way, let me give you some advice on how to actually incorporate these types of meals into your everyday menu. My first piece of advice, find your personal motivation behind a more plant-based diet. Maybe it's not environmentally based, and that's fine with us. Maybe it's for your health, or you're worried about animal welfare issues. Find your personal motivation and do some research into it to have some facts to fall back on. Doing this research will also help you have some resources to pull from when maybe your relatives ask you why you're not eating meat anymore. Feel free to use my environmental stats I said earlier too, if your basis is environmental. My second piece of advice, don't go in all at once. That's probably going to be a lot of changes, and you might give up pretty quickly. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. 1 less animal product a week is amazing. And let's say you want to be vegetarian, but you love bacon. Then be vegetarian besides bacon. That's still an amazing impact that you're making. And if you decide to go plant-based overnight, that's probably a lot of food that you've purchased that's going to go to waste. And we all know how much I hate food waste. Use up those animal products first, and then slowly replace them with more plant-based options instead. Finish your chicken broth, buy veggie broth instead. Finish your butter, buy vegan butter. I believe if you take it slow, it's going to last more long term. Don't pressure yourself with short, unobtainable timelines. My third piece of advice, don't worry so much about protein. Plants have a ton of protein. You can eat lots of protein-rich vegetables. Peas, for example, have 8 grams of protein for every cup. You can eat lots of peanut butter. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter has 4 grams of protein. And then supplement your diet with tofu and other high-protein, non-meat sources such as chickpeas, veggie burgers, and beans. Basically, as long as your diet has a wide variety of color and includes vegetables, fruit, pulses, and grains, you're going to be getting enough protein. And my final piece of advice, one of the best ways to eat more plant-based meals is Googling your favorite meals with vegetarian or vegan in front of it. For example, do you love lasagna, shepherd's pie, burgers? Google any of those with vegetarian or vegan in front, and you'll find lots of great new recipes to try. It's also great to follow plant-based people on social media. They'll give you lots of inspiration and recipes. A couple of my favorite accounts are at bestofvegan and at cookingforpeanuts on Instagram. Alright, I'll have a couple of plant-based recipe videos coming out in the next little while, so stay tuned for those. They'll be cheap, easy to make, and with ingredients you can find locally. Hopefully that will help you get started on your plant-based journey. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know any questions in the comments below, and I look forward to showing you some recipes in future videos.